Hey guys and gals, it's Sweet Project Cars with cool, trick, and affordable ways for the do-it-yourselfer. Bet you haven't heard that in a while, have you? Anyhow, it's all good. Good day. It's battery changing time in my own personal car. And I wanted to show you a little bit of what it looks like when the battery that was installed, who knows how long ago, it's got a little corrosion on it right there. Couple of things you want to do before you start taking anything apart. These are just tips, tricks, and hacks on changing your battery, and actually what battery I decided to go with in my own personal car, and I'll show that to you. But there's some nuts and bolts and stuff that need to be loosened up, but we're going to put a little lubrication on those just to make sure, and it's always good to do that anyhow, and it does keep it from corroding even more. So we're going to put a drop on each bolt that we release. And you always want to make sure you take the vent tube off right there. And make sure you put it back on. And then they usually send you a plug to put in the other end. So make sure you plug that off with that plug. So let's get busy and get this changed out. Not real impressed with the AC Delco batteries lately. I did a lot of research and found the battery that I'm going to share with you here real quick. Julio, tell everybody where all the tools are located. Thank you, Julio, Cesar, Chavez, Rodriguez, Jorge, Johnson, Thompson. But the battery that I picked, I'll show it to you. I think it's a great value. I think it's an awesome battery. It's got a lot of great reviews, and pretty excited to give you an update. I love doing updates a year from now and tell you how it worked out. A lot of due diligence went into picking this battery that I'm going to share with you. So let's get busy. All right, so we're going to take our little bottle of lubricant. I'm going to put it on every bolt that we release. One little drop there, one little drop here, one over here, and then I'm going to put one on here anyhow just to stop that from corroding any more than it is, and that'll be done. That won't corrode anymore. So we got this one, and we'll put one on this one over here. Looks pretty good. So I'm going to dig the battery out of there. On the Corvettes, the C7s, they're real bare to get out because you can't really get your hands on them. The other part I don't like about the AC Delco batteries is they don't have any handles on them. I'll get it out of there and I'll match them up and show you what I'm going to go with. All right, guys and gals, as you see, it is very tight. I know a lot of you do not have Corvettes, but if you know anybody that does, you can pass the word on. But there's a slick way to getting that battery out of there because it is tight. And with the GM batteries, there's no handles on them. So you can do this. It doesn't hurt the battery at all. This is what you got to do. So all I do when I have a battery in a really tight area is I get a couple pairs of vice grips and put one on each battery, and I pull the battery right out of there. Otherwise, you got to try to get your hands up underneath it. So if you have a vehicle where the battery's in the trunk, they can be a real pain to get out of there. This works really good. So to the battery that I chose to replace this corroding up pile is the U+. I did a lot of research into it. It's got the start-stop technology, which is what I was looking for. Because if you don't drive your car very far, long distances, this battery right here with the new technology is set up, being an AGM battery, to deal with short shots to work, short shots to the store, back home. You start it up, you go here for 2 or 3 miles, then you shut it off and you drive back 2 or 3 miles. That's why I got this. It's got the same power, everything this battery has, by just a little bit. This has got 770 CCA. This has got 760. All right. I'm excited about trying this new battery. The price was right. $368 for that battery right there. $160 for this one. I'm excited about trying it. They got a great company. I'm not being paid to share this in any way, shape, or form. I just decided for a long time, since I got the car, I knew the battery needed to be replaced, and I just looked, and this is the one I'm doing. And I'll give you an update on it, but I feel real secure about it. I did all the due diligence for you. So we're gonna get this thing in there and get her started up. Oh, one tip. Make sure you take the plug that goes here for your vent. You could take, they usually give you one, and I have one, but there was a red one here, and I popped it out and popped it in here. The vent will go right here, but you want to make sure you plug the other side off. Then what we do is always clean the posts up nice and clean, even though they are pretty clean. It's good and clean. Now we'll take the other end, pop this out, and do the cables. And of course, you want to make sure you put your dielectric grease on the posts. Put it on nice and heavy, and you don't need the felt under here if you put a good amount of dielectric grease on here. And I know some people swear by them, but we've never used them. We've always just put a good amount of the dielectric grease on and had great luck. I would have never had that issue right there if I would have put that battery in. So as we always say, sweet project cars, out!